So this week, we wanted to show you how to make Kung Pao chicken a couple different ways. An absolutely fiery rendition from the Guizhou province, and also the traditional Sichuanese variety. Now, 1 year ago, we started this channel with a Kung Pao chicken video. That video was super amateurish, and the recipe itself wasn't our best either. Kung Pao deserves better. So let's start off with the Sichuanese type. So let's talk about the elephant in the room, color. The old school Sichuan version isn't actually super red. It gets a bit from the chilies, but that's about it. Nowadays, though, most restaurants like to toss in a little something in the beginning to add some color. There's no standard, though. Some places use xianglajiang, a Chinese chili sauce. Some restaurants use a bit of ketchup. Some drizzle a little Sichuan chili oil in the end. Some places use doubanjiang chili bean paste. And some even use a bit of pickled chili sauce. We're just making this straight up today, but feel free to add a touch, like a half a tablespoon of any of these if you want a little redness. So the chicken that we're using is 300 grams deboned, deskinned chicken thigh. First, tenderize the meat by continuously smacking the dull side of the knife into the chicken for about a minute or so. Now make about half-inch slices into the chicken, and then cut in the other direction to get nice half-inch cubes. Now to marinate, we're going to be using a bit of a different frying method today, so the order here is actually quite important. First, add in a half teaspoon salt and a half teaspoon sugar and mix well. Now crack an egg, get about half the egg white, and combine that with a teaspoon of cornstarch. Making sure that's real nice and even, toss it in with the chicken and mix well. Now add a teaspoon of liaojiu, aka Shaoxing wine, and a half teaspoon of dark soy sauce and mix well. Set that aside for about 20 minutes, and we can prep everything else. We'll be frying this with peanuts, so add in some boiling water, let it sit for 10 minutes, and peel them. For those chilies, we'll be using 12 Sichuan Argentao. You could also use arbols, but either way, make sure to deseed them. Slice into half-inch pieces, and give them a quick rinse. With those chilies, we're using 15 Sichuan peppercorns, and note that this is really a tiny amount. Kung Pao isn't the numbing, spicy flavor profile. This is just to balance the heat. We'll also be cooking this with 2 cloves of garlic sliced, 1 inch of ginger sliced, and about 1/3 of a leek. So first up, deep fry your peanuts at around 150 centigrade for 5 minutes. Once they're nice and golden brown, just set those aside. Now, we thought that it might be a good time to teach you the huachao method. This is often used when making Kung Pao to get chicken that's super juicy and evenly cooked. You don't have to do this, you could also stir fry it, but what you'll do is get some oil up to 185 Celsius, keep it on max flame, and toss in the chicken. Break it up a bit, don't touch it for about 10 seconds, and move it around a bit for another 20. Drain out that oil, and keep the chicken in a strainer till you stir fry your Kung Pao. Same wok, no need to rinse. Add in a couple extra tablespoons of oil and toss in the chilies and the Sichuan peppercorns. Heat on low. Fry those for about a minute or two to flavor and color the oil. Now up your heat to medium-high. Add in the garlic and the ginger slices and fry those for about 1 minute or till they start to smell real nice. Now go in with a sauce. This was 2 tablespoons sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon salt, 2 tablespoons dark Chinese vinegar, a half a tablespoon liaojiu, a half a teaspoon light soy sauce, a 1/4 of a teaspoon dark soy sauce, and 1/8 of a teaspoon chicken bouillon powder, all mixed well. Pour that over the sides of the wok and let it quickly reduce. After about 30 seconds, toss in your leek pieces. Give those a quick mix, then go in with the chicken. Fry and toss for about 15 seconds, then toss in the deep-fried peanuts and give it a quick mix. Coat with a teaspoon of a cornstarch slurry, fry for a quick 10 seconds, and out. Sichuan Kung Pao chicken, done. Now, as delicious as that is, we might actually prefer this Guizhou version. It's got a lot of similarities, but relies on a fiery Guizhou chili paste called cibalajiao. We figured that that's probably new to you, so be sure to check out our recipe video here for how to make the chili paste. Besides that, the Guizhou version will use some skin-on chicken thigh cut into larger 1-inch pieces. The marinade's totally the same, except we'll use light soy sauce instead of dark. And because it uses those larger pieces, you'll also want to cook it for an extra 10 seconds or so when doing that frying. We'll also use a bit more aromatics, 3 garlic cloves and 2 inches of ginger, and instead of peanuts and leek, we'll be frying this with 2 garlic scapes, or you could also just use green onion. Lastly, the sauce is a touch different. We're working with 2 tablespoons sugar, 2 tablespoons dark Chinese vinegar, 1 tablespoon liaojiu, aka Shaoxing wine, 1 tablespoon light soy sauce, and a half a teaspoon bouillon powder. To stir fry, add in 4 tablespoons oil into your wok, and over medium-high heat, add in 1/3 cup ciba chili paste. Fry that for about 3 minutes till the moisture evaporates and you're left with some intensely colored oil. Now add in a half teaspoon tianmianjiang sweet pea paste. This is to give it some umami, and you can also use hoisin. After about 30 seconds, add in the garlic and the ginger. Fry for another 30 seconds or so, then hit it with that sauce. We're not using any slurry here, so be sure to make that reduce and thicken for about 30 seconds. Now add in your chicken. Toss and fry for about 30 seconds, then add in the garlic scapes. Toss and fry for another 15 seconds, and out. Guizhou Kung Pao chicken, done.
So Kung Pao chicken, whether if it's the Sichuan version or the Guizhou version, I hope you can give it a try. So right, we just started a little Patreon page. If you're interested in supporting this channel, please check it out. And of course, subscribe for more Chinese cooking videos.